It was late at night. I could not sleep. I looked at the window. The sky was dark. The stars were quiet. I closed my eyes, but my mind was full. I saw old pictures in my head. I saw my young face. I saw my old friends. I saw my mother and father. I heard their voices again. I felt a deep pain in my heart. I opened my eyes again, but I was still in the past. Time moves fast. It does not stop. It does not wait. I was once a boy with big dreams. I ran in the streets. I played in the sun. I laughed with no reason. I had no fear. I had no worry. Life was simple. I did not think about tomorrow. I did not care about the clock. Every day felt long and full. But now, those days feel so far away. I remember my school, the small class, the wooden chair, the old books. My best friend sat next to me. We shared stories. We laughed at silly jokes. Our teacher was kind. She smiled often. She wore glasses and walked slow. We did not like homework, but we liked her. That school is not there now. It is gone, like many things in life. I remember my mother's voice. She called me from the kitchen. Her hands were busy, but her smile was warm. She made bread in the morning. She sang old songs. She told me to study. She told me to be kind. My father worked hard. His hands were strong. He came home tired, but he hugged me every night. I miss those hugs. Now, I sit in this quiet room. My children are grown. My house is clean, but it feels empty. The air is still. The clock ticks slow. I look at the wall. I see old photos. I see my young face in them. I want to go back, just for one day. But time does not turn back. It only moves forward. And that is the hardest truth of life. Sometimes, I sit by the window and watch the street. I see young boys running. I see them laugh and fall. I hear their happy voices. They remind me of myself. I was like them once. I wore torn shoes, but I did not care. My heart was full of joy. The world was big, and I wanted to see it all. I believed I had all the time in the world. One summer, I spent every day with my best friend. We woke up early. We took our bikes and rode far. We had no phone, no map, just the sun and the wind. We found rivers and trees. We climbed hills. We ate bread and cheese by the water. We talked about the future. We thought we would stay young forever. But time had other plans for us. That friend moved away. I still remember the day. We stood by his house. His family packed the car. He hugged me tight. We said we would write letters. We said we would meet again. But life got busy. Letters stopped. Time passed. Years went by. I forgot his voice, but not his smile. I wonder where he is now. I hope he is doing well. My youth was full of small joys. I did not have much, but I had enough. A warm bed, a meal on the table, a roof over my head, friends to talk to, books to read, stars to look at. That was all I needed. Now, people want more. They want bigger things, faster things. But I think the small things made life rich. The quiet joys, the simple days. Sometimes, I ask myself, did I enjoy those days enough? Did I stop to feel the sun on my face? Did I hold my mother's hand long enough? Did I laugh without reason? I do not know. I only know that time is gone now. I want to hold it, but I cannot. I want to return, but I cannot. That is what brings the pain, the knowing, and the not being able to go back. There was a small hill behind our house. I often went there alone. I sat on the top and looked at the sky. I watched the clouds move. I watched the birds fly. I stayed there for hours. I thought about my life. I thought about the world. I did not know much, but I felt something big in my heart. I felt that life was full of magic. That hill was my secret place. One day, I saw an old man on the hill. He sat near me. He said nothing for a long time. Then he smiled and said, "This hill is full of memories." I did not understand then. I just smiled back. Now, I do. I sit in quiet places and feel the same. The wind brings voices. The trees hold secrets. The earth remembers. I am part of that memory now, just like he was. The seasons changed, and so did I. Summer turned to fall. Leaves turned yellow and fell. Winter came with cold winds. I stayed inside and wrote in a notebook. I wrote my thoughts, my dreams, my fears, that I wanted to remember them all. I thought I would always feel young. But one day, I looked in the mirror. My face looked different. I saw a man, not a boy. Years passed quickly. I finished school. I found a job. I worked every day. I paid bills. I met people. I laughed less. I dreamed less. I came home tired. Life became a line of days. Some were good. Some were hard. But they all passed. I did not notice how fast. One moment I was 20. Then I blinked, and I was 40. Time did not wait. I remember the day I moved out of my childhood home. My mother cried. My father stayed quiet. I packed my bags. I looked at the old room. The bed, the desk, the window. It was all still there. But I was not the same. I walked out and did not look back. I told myself I would visit often. But life took me far. That house is not mine anymore. Only the memories are. I got married when I was young. I thought I was ready. I had love in my heart. I had hope in my hands. We started with little. A small home, old furniture, and big dreams. We laughed a lot. We cried sometimes. But we stayed close. We cooked simple food. We walked in the park. We made plans for the future. Life felt full, even when we had less. Then came children. Their small feet ran through the house. Their voices filled the rooms. I watched them grow. I taught them to ride a bike. I read stories at night. I carried them on my back. I sang silly songs. Those days were loud, messy, and beautiful. I was tired, but I was happy. I did not know then how fast those years would go. Now, my house is quiet. My children have their own homes. They visit, but not often. They are busy, just like I was. I do not blame them. That is how life works. We move, we grow, we forget small things. But I sit and remember. I remember their first steps, their school days, their small hands holding mine. I keep those memories close. Sometimes, I look at the mirror and talk to myself. I ask, where did the time go? I see the gray hair. I see the tired eyes. I see a man who has lived many years. But inside, I still feel like that young boy. The one who ran up hills. The one who dreamed big dreams. I smile, but also feel sad. I want to go back, just for one day. There is a photo on my shelf. It shows my wife and me, young and smiling. We are standing in the sun. We are holding hands. That day felt like forever. But forever is just a word. Time moves, and we change. Now, she walks slow. I help her with small things. We sit together in silence. And in that silence, I feel all the years between us. There are days when I wake up early. The house is still dark. I make tea and sit alone. I listen to the quiet. I think about all the people I met. Some stayed. Some left. Some are gone forever. Each one gave me something. A word, a smile, a moment. I carry all of them inside me. They are part of my story. A story made of many small pieces. I often think of my father. He was a man of few words, but his hands spoke for him. They worked hard. They gave without asking. He never said I love you, but I felt it. In the way he fixed my shoes. In the way he waited for me at the door. I did not thank him enough. I thought he would always be there. But one day, he was not. Grief is a quiet guest. It comes and sits beside you. It does not speak, but you feel its weight. It stays longer than you want. It shows you old memories. It brings back the sound of voices you can no longer hear. I have learned to sit with grief. I do not fight it. I let it stay, because it means I loved, and love does not end. I try to enjoy the small things now. A warm drink, a soft chair, the smell of rain, a phone call from my son, a smile from my wife. These are the gifts of the present. I do not run after big dreams anymore. I just want peace. I want to sleep with a quiet mind. I want to wake up and feel thankful for one more day of life. I write these words because I do not want to forget. I do not want others to forget. Life is not made of big events. It is made of small moments. A touch, a word, a laugh. These things pass, but they stay inside us. When we look back, we see how full our lives really were, even when we did not see it then. Now I am old, and I understand things better. I understand time. I understand loss. I understand love. I know that nothing lasts forever. Not youth. Not health. Not even the people we love most. But I also know that memories stay. They live in our hearts. They visit us in dreams. They make us smile. They make us cry. But they never truly leave. Sometimes I walk slowly in the garden. The sun touches my face. The wind moves the leaves. I hear the birds sing. I feel calm. I remember my younger self running through fields. I remember that same sun on my skin. I think, that boy is still in me. My steps are slower now, but my heart still remembers the way. That gives me peace. I do not fear getting old. I fear forgetting. I fear that my story will be lost. So I tell it. I write it. I share it. I hope someone will read it one day. Maybe a young person. Maybe someone like I once was. I hope they will pause. I hope they will look at their life. And I hope they will hold their moments with care. Time does not stop. It moves like water. Soft, slow, but strong. It changes everything. But it also teaches us. It teaches us to see beauty in small things. It teaches us to forgive, to let go, to love deeper. I am still learning. Even now. Every day is a chance to see something new, even in an old life. So when I look back, I do not only feel sadness. I also feel thanks. I had love. I had dreams. I had days full of light. Yes, I miss them. Yes, I wish I could return. But I am glad I had them. And that is enough. That is more than many people get. And when my time comes, I will go with those memories. Softly, like the wind, with peace in my heart.